Hi there, my sexy Pintoites. I was going to say unconventional conventionalist, but I know that's already been taken. And I did have someone ask recently why I would call you my sexy Pintoites. Well, who am I going to hang out with but incredibly sexy people? I can't be bothered with anyone else who's not. Anyway, today is going to be a rambling video. Just to kind of catch up on like everything that's going on right now. As you can see, first thing, yep, hair is cut. In case you haven't noticed that before. Hair is cut. That's one thing. Check. Okay, we got through that. Let's see, what else? Actually, I've been trying to clear out my friends list, and one way to do that, I guess, is to just straight out say that I got this in the mail. I don't know if you can see that. See, yes. For those of you who've been living under a rock forever, I am a Republican. I'm actually a card-carrying Republican. And look, I have proof. See, there's the card. See? See? There. So anyone who wants to unfriend me now or just shut off this video or whatever, and there's a reason why I'm saying this, because I'm going to get to another point whenever in this video. But there it is, right there. I also, so that was another thing. Check. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a list today. I'm just kind of rambling through stuff, so just deal. So that was that. Oh, the outfit. I know many people saw today on Facebook and Instagram that I was wearing my Skinny Girl jeans, and look, they fit, and yay me, and whatever. But to do this video, some people had asked me about seeing the legs again, so there's the legs. I'm not wearing a bra because most of you picture me without a bra anyhow, so whatever, so there's no bra. And it's just too damn comfortable. And this is my favorite sweater of all times. I don't know how old this sweater is. It has like every color imaginable, and which is why I could wear my Scream socks and with the orange, and you know, I have on orange underwear for those who want to see. See, woo, orange underwear. And yes, I am wearing the necklace. For those of you who have a very keen eye, yes, this is the necklace. This is the one that is in Gods and Chariots and Gods and Glamour, or Gods and Glamour and Gods and Chivalry. I don't know. It's in those books. This is it. Celeste never ever takes it off except when I ask her to. Vanity doesn't like it when anyone else wears it but her. But, oh well, too damn bad. I created him, so he really has not much to say about that. I've seen that a lot of you are buying silk, which is my first erotica collection, and I want to thank you all very much. I am working on leather, which is the second erotica collection, and there'll be a little more erotica in that collection. And speaking of silk and leather, I now have a Patreon account. I'm going to put a link down below, I guess is how they say it in YouTube world. So feel free to become a Patreon supporter. You'll see all the cool things that you get while being a Patreon supporter. And so yeah, so that's that. So check on that one. And then I know some of you are looking at the pictures behind me, and there's, you know, Dog 2.0 behind me over there. Yes, he's still here. Of course he's still here. Where else would he be? The picture behind me, yes, I do need some updated pictures from some of you. I do have some on my computer that I'm going to print out. And I'm just waiting for the ink to arrive so I can print them out so you don't look like, you know, you're psychedelic or whatever. But yeah, so that's going to get updated. And there's like friend Lisa up there, and that's an old picture from the last time that I had my hair cut really short. And we have new pictures with me and Simba I have to put up. I know many of you don't care about this, but I do. So since it's my video and I feel like rambling, so that's what we're going to do. Anyway, we're going to talk about, well, I don't know how many of you can see the picture, or if it's a reflection or how it looks or whatever. But we're going to talk about two books that I read actually rather quickly, which is always a good thing. The first one is Christmas and Other Things I Hate. Yeah, I don't know if you see that very well there. That's so horrible. I thought this was a good idea, and now it looks like, oh, there we go. There it is. Christmas and Other Things I Hate by Elizabeth McGivern. Very good book, very fast to read, cute, quirky, all the type of things I like. Kind of a buddy tale, you know, road trip type thing. I can't really explain it beyond that. And you know, a lot of people know that I really don't like Christmas stories, and I usually don't like buddy stories, but this one was very good. So I do recommend that. And that's one. And then if my tablet catches up, yep. There we go. This, I love this. Bedbugged. Great mystery. I'm a huge fan of mysteries, as many of you know. Cozy mysteries, sometimes I like and sometimes I don't. This one was very good. This is by Susan J. Krupa, and I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. But this is adorable. It's a mystery from the perception of the dog. So you're seeing everything through the dog's eyes and the dog's mind. So definitely look into that. So that was another thing. Check. Patreon, check. I've been a little slow in my writing. I'll totally admit that. 2 reasons. One, Stowe's House 4. I'm trying so very hard to write Stowe's House 4, but there's always the nagging thing that I don't have an artist to do the cover art anymore. Victor Toro, who I adore, used to did the cover art for the first 3 books, but he's right now, as far as I know, in Japan, and so we kind of lost touch. Or China? He's not here, as far as I know. So it's kind of tough to collaborate when they're not around a little closer. I mean, he was never really in the same state as me ever. But anyway, so I kind of am dragging my feet a little bit on Stowe's House because I need an artist who will work the way writers work, and that is, for very little money and a lot of, attention. But anyway, so that's kind of it. I'm writing it, and I have a perfect storyline within there, and it just kind of hurts a little because I like these characters, and I did get permission to write what I wanted to write, but it's still kind of a little tough. On the other side of things, Leather, I have 14 stories, most of which just need to be tweaked, a couple of which need to be written completely from scratch, and a couple that are still like ideas, but they haven't been fully formulated. But I would say out of the 14, I think 2 are going to be scrapped because I think there's no salvaging them. And I have 2 ideas in their place that I just have to start writing. And then, I just have to kind of, do some research. Research has been kind of slow lately. But on the upside to things following that train of thought, it's like a really long train right now. I don't have them to show yet, as I will soon, but I was taking courses after work online, and I am now triple certified as a love coach, a relationship coach, and I think they call it a grandmaster sexpert. Now, technically, I was all these things before, but I didn't have the credentials that say, look, I am these things. So now I'm going to have the credentials saying, look, I am these things. Being that I tend to help people as it is, and I tend to give guidance, and I'm usually right on the ball with everything except my life. This just seemed like a good thing to do. So it is now done. Been there, done that. Following that, not really following that train, just kind of, the train's kind of veering a little bit. But something else that I have on the burner right now is, as many of you know from following me or being in the same room with me or being within, 10 feet of me, I finally have planned and booked most of a part of my very first trip in 15 years. I have gone on vacations before, but I haven't been on an airplane in 15 years, and I haven't been on an airplane by myself ever. So following how KT does things, I'm going to Alaska. Whether or not I come back is totally arbitrary. Morty already gave her blessing if, I meet some big, strong, bearded hunk of a man who, as long as he has running water in the house, because that's the only thing, I don't do outhouses, I may never come back. In fact, my coworkers are kind of like taking bets on whether or not I'm ever going to come back. But that's not for a few months. I'm still lining up, my, my house sitter and, my plant water and things like that. And half of the trip isn't completely booked. But anyway, you're going to be hearing about that throughout the videos and Facebook and Instagram and anything else I feel like talking on. Let's see what else. That's a check. Okay, so that's another. I mentioned Morty, and with the train's coming back now, thank you everyone who sent their well wishes and their hugs and kisses to Morty. The surgery went well. She's doing well. Look, there's the dog, in case I noticed some of you were kind of like looking around me. There he is. I know you can see the spiders pretty well over there. Anyway, she's doing well. And for those of you who didn't know, she had spinal surgery. And in typical Morty form, yes, Morty is my mother, for those of you who don't know, that's what I call her. She was in recovery. Pops and I are there. She opens her eyes, looks at us, and the first thing she says is, "Did you eat?" Because she's a typical Italian mother. But anyway, yeah, she's doing fine. She's home. She's, it still hurts, of course, because she just had spinal surgery. But she's walking around, and I'll just keep you guys posted. But thank you all again, those of you who have asked and who've touched base and who've texted me. And I just really appreciate the outpouring of love and support from you guys about that. Because, she's my mom. But for those of you who know her personally, she's everyone's mom. You show up, she feeds you, she takes care of you, she tells you what to do because, again, Italian mother. So thank you again. So, okay, that's a Chekhov. Not Chekhov, Chekhov's on Star Trek. But anyway, following a little bit on that train of thought, following like what a good person both my parents are, we come down to the next thing. And that's kind of not a New Year's resolution. New Year's is already over. It's now 2020. It's almost February. It's a month before my birthday. Exactly a month. So those of you who are preparing to get me stuff, chop, let's go. Birthday's coming up. Feel free to go on my Amazon page, and I have to figure out a way. I might have to put the link in here. I have wish lists. So if you're not sure what to get me, there are wish lists that you can order from, and I have to update them because some of them I was looking at the list going, I really don't want that anymore. Anyway, oh yeah, for case in point, wait, I'm going to scoot for a minute. Scoot. Case in point, following that other train of thought, here we go. That is what I was talking about. For those of you who weren't sure if it was one or two, or if it was cufflinks, or what have you, a fan of mine, oop, as you can tell, it's metal. I guess I had this on my list. I don't remember. That's why I said I have to kind of look over my list again. But yes, I know someone who will enjoy this. So thank you for that. Okay. Anyway, going back, bringing the train back. The non-New Year's resolution thing. As you all know, I am so sick and tired of everything being an ick and an ist. If you have an opinion that's different from someone else's, you're an ist, you're an ick, you don't like people because of this, and this. And people seem to jump immediately to that conclusion. I've been called every type of ist and ick, and I hope you know what I mean by ist and ick, because we're not allowed to say those words. But I have been called every type, and it's kind of funny, being that I am omnisexual, polyerotic, a unicorn, that I get called all these things. And the newest one that I found hysterical, for those of you who don't know, because I've been doing research on my family, and apparently I am only half Italian, and the other half of me is Ottoman. I don't know which half is which. For those of you who don't know, the Ottoman Empire, and shame on you, just saying, because I'm just that way, go look it up. And I had one person just say, "Oh yeah, you mean Turkey." No, it's not just Turkey. Go look it up. Anyway, so that whole being pegged as white thing, wrong. Anyway, so here's my point in a really long nutshell. Someone may not like you because someone may not like you. It may not be because of your race or your religion or your skin color or your orientation. It may just be because you're an asshole. And I don't know at what point in time we went from just not liking someone because they're a dick to all of a sudden it having to be this anti-whatever feeling. And I'm going to give you a huge case in point, and I'm trying to do this in the minimum amount of time. It's not really working. But anyway, on the plus side, here's the train's going this way. I'm going to give you, two versions of a theory, okay? On one side is this gentleman named Buck Angel, who I love to pieces. Look him up. He is amazing. He has this incredible story, and he is someone who is a supporter of people. He doesn't care any gender, any orientation, and it does not matter to him. He is just an advocate for people. And he's caring and he's loving and and all that other wonderful stuff that I really don't say about a lot of people. So you know I really mean it when I'm talking about him. I saw two of his work speeches, I guess, at Exotica. And after the first one, I had to hug him. And you know, I'm not that way with strangers. He's just a great person. He had transitioned from a woman to a man. Okay? And it's okay for me to say I'm not outing him. People know when they know him, they know this. Any more about him, you have to go look him up because I'm not going to relay it properly. But here's the thing. I do not see him as trans. I see him as a person who cares about people. Okay? So we're going to put him over in this corner here on my left side because I'm left-handed. Okay? In the other corner, in the same scope, is this person whose name I don't remember and I don't want to remember, who calls herself trans, who went into a waxing place, you know, where they wax the legs and other places, to get her genital area waxed when she still has male parts. Okay? And then proceeded to sue because they couldn't do it. That is not an advocate. And I'm going to stop there because I have a ramble, but I'm going to go to next two of this person whose name I don't remember. Then she, after being denied, told, you know, that you're not going to win the case because they are not trained to do waxing in those areas, because they're not trained to do that. This person decides to call a gynecologist and try to set up an appointment. She does not have those parts. And to me, she falls into the category of being an asshole. Because I don't see this person as trans. I don't see this person as an advocate. I see this person as someone who's going after small businesses and trying to make a name for herself by causing trouble for small businesses. It would be like me going to a proctologist, I guess. I'm not exactly sure where you go because I don't have the part. But going to a proctologist and asking them to check my prostate, which I don't have. So I just want you to see the difference between the two people, and it has nothing to do with the trans part. It has to do with that Bug Angel is amazing, and this other person is an asshole. And so this year, if everyone could just step back from pegging people based on, not pegging, that's the wrong term. This is a totally different thing. Now we're back to this again. If they could stop putting the instant ick on people and just kind of thinking that, you know, people are assholes from time to time, and maybe I'm anti-asshole, and maybe other people are anti-asshole, and it has nothing to do with your race, your religion, your color, your orientation, trans or not trans, gender. It does not matter. It has to do with you being a dick. Okay? So that's all the ramble for now. I think I rambled for almost 20 minutes straight, and this is with low caffeine, no alcohol. I had some sushi before. That's about it. I don't know why I'm this way today, but whatever. It could just be because I slept. Because as many of you know, I have not slept in a while. Stress and anxiety and stress and anxiety and some stress and anxiety. Anyway, that's all for now. Everyone breathe. Okay? And if you can't be good, be naughty. And if you must be naughty, be safe. Okay? Bye.